National Signing Day has come and gone, means a fresh group of players are being offered scholarships and a chance to chase their athletic dreams. It is a scholarship offer can be a dream come true for many families, but it's certainly hard to predict the future. Here to talk a little bit about that is Sportify's David Mace with us today. David, how are you?
Good. Pleasure to be here.
We've had you on the program before, but it's been a minute. So I want to kind of backtrack, and for folks who maybe are hearing about this for the first time, can you tell us a little bit, I guess, what is Sportify?
Sure. And again, thanks for having me and loving the brand new digs.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, it's
as you say, it's been a minute since we've been here.
Yeah, it has, and you know that's kind of why I want to hit the reset button for people who may not be familiar with what Sportify is.
Great. So we offer a unique insurance policy that covers the elite athletes scholarship offer to go to school under a scholarship in the event they suffer sports participation accident or one of the 5 named illnesses. So at the heart of it is a permanent disability policy that precludes the athlete from participating under a college scholarship in the event they get hurt or suffer an illness.
Oh, okay. So tell me a little bit about how this works. I give you a call. I say I want to get a Sportify insurance policy. Tell me how that works.
Yeah. So certainly there is an application process. We've structured the program originally for parents of elite high school athletes to be able to protect their kids' future in a way. Once they are offered a scholarship, so once they receive a scholarship offer, so before they even sign their NLI, the parent can choose to insure their athlete kid with this product.
Okay, so then tell me a little bit about who is protected by Sportify. Who does this apply to?
It protects the top-level athlete that has already received those recruitment offers or has decided to sign their national letter of intent, or it even protects the college athlete that's already enrolled in the higher education institution playing under a scholarship.
We're talking with David Mace of Sportify here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, hashtag TF Today. Okay, so I know there are people maybe interested in Sportify, maybe fuzzy on the totality of the coverage. Can you tell me, let's put it this way, what does Sportify not cover? Maybe that's the better way to kind of address it.
And that's actually a good way to address insurance, right? It's what does it not cover? Because it's very black and white in that perspective. It's not health insurance. Yeah. So if you're an athlete and you get sick or you suffer an injury that requires surgery, that's not us. That's not our product. Our product is basically to provide you that guarantee of having the necessary finances to pay tuition if, in fact, your injury is so catastrophic that it's permanent, or your illness is critical enough that it becomes a preclusion of you being able to compete under athletic scholarship participation.
Okay. Okay. So then let's talk about, from your perspective, why do you feel Sportify would be a good option for parents of student athletes? We talk about guys who are getting these big-time scholarship offers. Obviously, that's a big moment for these families. Why is Sportify, in your opinion, a good option for them?
Because it's the only product in the market at the moment that before you even sign that NLI, or once you sign that NLI, you've got various conditions and various risk challenges and considerations that you need to be aware of as a parent, certainly as an athlete, but most important as a parent, in that before you sign the NLI, nothing's really binding, and I think we all know that. There's no mystery in that. So what happens then if you suffer that injury of a ACL tear or concussions, which is quite a buzz term today, or quite a critical term in the industry today, and you suffer that third or fourth concussion where the physician says, I don't recommend you play this sport anymore. Well, at that stage, your scholarship offer may disappear, or you will no longer be able then to continue in that sport. Therefore, you're not going to meet the terms and conditions of you getting to an NLI or continuing your scholarship as an athlete. None of those situations are actually covered by your standard health insurance, because the health insurance seeks to cover medical expense treatment. This is basically a contingency protection that you suffered a sports participation injury, and now you're no longer able to continue under a scholarship terms and conditions of play, and therefore that scholarship can be pulled, rescinded, and now your financial loss is manifested in that you have to pay tuition out of your own pocket.
Right. That makes sense.
That's what we look to cover.
Okay. So then, I think a question that a lot of parents are going to have is what's a verifiable scholarship, right? We hear about that. You've mentioned like, oh, you get that offer. I guess probably from a parent's perspective, how can the parent feel secure that their child's situation is covered? So I guess what does kind of represent verified, being a verified scholarship offer?
Yeah. So and I think this product, interestingly enough, would have never come to fruition without having the rather professional and very evolved amateur sports industry that we have today. And sitting today here in this studio and talking with you, and from the evolution of media to apparel to camps and player development, everything we pretty much touch in terms of amateur sports and elite high school sports is quite professional in nature in a way. This is a product that is a response. It's a risk management response to that very intensive and rather professional environment that these kids have today. By that I mean, from a verifiable scholarship, as you say, as soon as you get that written offer from the coach saying, we want you on our team, we are offering you a scholarship, those are sometimes done in written form. You now have showcases, or you have media outlets or ranking of players where they can demonstrate and go on record that they have verbally committed to these institutions. That would be certainly an eligibility criteria that the athlete would meet in order for the parent to apply for Sportify.
We're talking with David Mace of Sportify here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. Okay, so then let's talk about timing for parents.
Sure.
That we mentioned that the that National Signing Day is come and gone. Now kind of all eyes turn towards the class of 2020, 2021. When would be, from your perspective, when would be a good time for parents to start looking at Sportify and start making that decision as to whether or not this is the right product for them?
And I think we traditionally have thought that junior year is your key year, right, in high school sports. But again, as I mentioned, our answer to this evolution of sports at a high level in high school is basically as soon as you get that offer from the college. I've heard now of cases of athletes as young as freshman year, sophomore year in high school, being recruited, being offered a scholarship. That's the moment you would need to consider making the application for this product.
He's David Mace of Sportify. David, appreciate your time, appreciate the insights, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Okay, thank you.